Hey guys, what's going on? I hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to episode 7 of C.C.O, Complete Client Overview. Today we are reviewing the Gamesense client. This episode is brought to you by all of the people that voted. Be sure to use the link in the description so that you can choose what client I review next. Also, for everyone asking what texture pack I use, there's now a link to download it in the video description. There's also a link to my Discord server where you can get client configs and enter giveaways. Anyways, let's get into the review. Gamesense is yet another open source client that can be found on GitHub. Unlike the other clients I have reviewed, Gamesense has been discontinued and will no longer be receiving any updates. For now, this is not too much of an issue as most of the PvP servers and even big anarchy servers like 2b2t are still on Minecraft version 1.12.2. In the future, when these update, Gamesense will likely be left behind. The GitHub page is set up really well. There's a lot of useful information about the client. There are links to the official Discord server, and I personally like that there's a download count. Speaking of which, over 14,000 people have supposedly downloaded and used this client. Overall, whoever set up the README did an amazing job displaying all of the necessary information. There are multiple ways of downloading a jar from GitHub. The best practice is to compile the source code yourself. The reason this is done is to prevent the owner from publicly displaying code that is safe and then uploading a malicious jar file for people to download. I'm not going to go through the building process again in this video, but if you don't know how to build a client, I showed the process in my Worst+3 review video. If you get stuck or need help, join my Discord server with the link in the description and I'll try my best to assist you. I am also working on a video dedicated to compiling a client, so stay tuned for that. You can also download the pre-compiled jar from the releases tab on the right, although like I said, I really recommend building it yourself. Once you have built or downloaded the client, drag it into your mods folder and run Forge for version 1.12.2. Now that we have Gamesense up and running, let's have a look at some of its modules. Gamesense is known mainly for its PvP modules, but it does also offer a few utility hacks for general Minecraft usage. Auto Crystal. This module is fast with low ping and has ample settings. When configured correctly, it can be very powerful. Kill Aura. There are quite a few settings and overall it is a decent module. Offhand, I was pleasantly surprised to see how many settings this module offered. Making a good config can be somewhat difficult, but when done right, this is an awesome module. Piston Crystal. This module places and extends a piston, pushing a crystal into an opponent's hole. This was very popular for a while, but seems to be used slightly less these days. Sev Breaker. This module rapidly breaks and places obsidian and crystals above a target's head. This is only really helpful on servers where packet mine works. Auto Anvil. This module automatically traps opponents, then places anvils overhead to attempt to destroy their helmet. Holeful. This module automatically fills holes with obsidian to block opponents from entering. There are quite a few settings and overall it is a well-made module. Surround. Surrounds your feet with obsidian to prevent crystal attacks. This module has a decent amount of settings and when configured correctly is a literal lifesaver. Now that we have looked at a few of the PvP modules, we can move on to some utility hacks for anarchy servers. But first, if you are enjoying the video, please don't forget to leave a like. And if you haven't already, maybe consider subscribing. I really do appreciate all of your support. Sprint. This module makes it so you are always sprinting. This is helpful for lazy people like myself. Reverse Step. This module allows you to step down blocks faster than usual. Auto Tool. This module automatically switches to the most effective tool to mine blocks in the most efficient way. Chams. This module renders players and entities through blocks. ESP. This module highlights chests and shulkers through walls. This makes it easier to locate hidden dupe stashes or bases. Fake Player. This module allows you to spawn a fake player to test and adjust configs for your PvP related modules. Hotbar Refill. Normally known as Replenish, this module refills your hotbar with the same item from your inventory. This is helpful both in PvP and when building. Overall, Gamesense offers a good range of hacks. They all seem to have a decent amount of settings and when configured correctly they work really well. Moving on to the Gamesense GUI. The default key for opening the client is O, By default, the client looks pretty bad in my opinion, but after 2 minutes of tinkering, I was able to make it look a lot better. Overall, everything is neatly displayed in a way that makes sense. It is not perfect though. I don't like the color picking system. It is a pain to use, but I suppose it does work. Gamesense also offers its users an advanced HUD editor. The default keybind for opening this is P. The HUD editor is quite different to most clients, but it works and I like having the ability to click and drag modules anywhere on screen. Overall, the GUI is well made but could do with a few small improvements. Gamesense does not offer any support. They do have a link to their Discord server which seems active even after the client has been discontinued. I'm sure someone would help you if you asked for support in the general chat or messaged one of the admins. The server may not offer a dedicated support channel, but they do offer a lot of information on the client itself. For example, the modules list channel neatly displays every module and what it is used for, which can be very helpful. I have put a link in the description. If you intend to use this client, I recommend reading through the commands and modules list. Overall, Gamesense seems like a well-made client. In my opinion, it is sad that the client got discontinued. A lot of its PvP modules are powerful, and with small aesthetic changes, the client could have been something special. I only recommend this client to people that enjoy Crystal PvP. While it does offer some utility hacks, the main focus of this client is definitely its PvP modules. Unfortunately, like I said earlier, the client has been discontinued and will likely never receive the improvements it needs. Thank you so much for watching to the end of my video. I really appreciate your time. Before you leave, remember to vote for next week's episode of C.C.O with the link in the description. Seeing as you are still here, I assume you enjoyed the video, so please consider leaving a like and maybe even subscribing. I have also recently made a KiLAB gaming membership area on my channel, so be sure to check out the benefits with the join button. Quick shout out to my Patreon for all of the support. Without him, I would not be able to try new paid for clients. Anyways, it has been your boy KiLAB. Peace in the Middle East.